position. And we're going to roll our shoulders up and round and back a few times. So you're going to inhale, take your shoulders up, and exhale, roll them back. And 3, and 2, and 1. Then we're going to reach the hands up, breathe in, and take the hands back down, breathe out. And again, big inhale, fill up your lungs, you can look up, and exhale, breathe out. 2 more, inhale up, exhale down, last time inhale up, and exhale down. We're going to go over to one side, take the other hand overhead for a nice big side stretch. And return. Let's take our left hand overhead, so dangle the hand behind you, and you're going to push your elbow down and back until you feel a good stretch through your tricep and into your armpit and into the upper back. And we're going to lean over to the side, increasing the stretch, and drop the chin down slightly. And return to center, switching sides. Taking the right hand overhead, press down with the opposite hand, lean to the side and look down. Let's stay for a couple of breaths. And release. From here, we're going to extend out one leg, doesn't matter which one you start with. The other knee will be turned out like a frog. And then we're going to reach on down towards the straight leg. See if you can grab a hold of your foot and pull your head towards your knee. Hold it here. 5, and 4, and 3. Relaxing your chest closer to your neck. 2, and 1. Rolling up. Let's change sides. So extending out the other leg. One knee straight, one knee in frog. Reach down, see if you can grab the foot and pull your head towards the knee. Breathe here and hold. 5, and 4. Try and sink your chest closer to your leg. 3, and 2, and 1, and roll on it. So we're sitting with our legs straight in front of us. We're going to reach our arms straight up above us. We're going to roll down slowly through the spine, all the way down. Reach your hands back behind you, inhale, and then let's roll up, peeling the spine away from the ground and stretching out over our toes. Going again, inhale, sit tall, stretch your arms up. Exhale, roll down slowly. If you feel like you don't want to go further back, you can stop here and then return back up to have your forward stretch. We're going to breathe in, lengthen up. Exhale, roll down, either halfway down or all the way down. Inhale. And return, rolling up and stretching out over your toes. 2 more. Inhale, sit tall, lengthen your spine. Exhale, roll down, tucking your tailbone under. Breathe in and roll up. Forward fold. Last time, inhale, sit tall, lengthen your spine. Rolling either halfway back or all the way back. Reaching arms back, inhale, and then roll all the way up. Forward fold. So now we're going to lean back again, but just halfway back, and we're going to slightly bend our knees, the feet on the ground. Leaning back, arms are straight, we're going to scissor the arms, one up, one down, and switch. 9, and 8. Tummy muscles tight. 7, and 6, and 5, and 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Come and sit up. Take a hold of your shins and lengthen your spine. Lift your chin away from your chest to stretch. And then let's return back to that same position, leaning back with the arms reaching forward. We're going to open and close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Make sure you're drawing your belly button towards your spine, keeping your shoulders down and relaxed. If you find this difficult, sit a little higher. If you find it easy, go a little lower. And 3, and close. And 2, and close. And 1, and close. Lie all the way down on your back. We'll take our feet as wide as the mat and open the arms. And we're going to rock our knees from side to side, letting the knees drop heavy. Kind of like windshield wipers, just dropping side to side. You can let your pelvis sway as the knees move. And maybe you want to turn your head a little side to side as well. Okay, let's bring our knees up to tabletop position. So 90 degrees from your chest. Hands by your sides relaxed. And you're going to dip one toe down to the floor and lift. Changing sides, dip the toe down and lift. We're making sure to imprint our spine. You're pushing the back of your waist into the floor and you're not allowing the back to leave the ground as you dip your toes down. Let's keep going. 6 and 5, shoulders relaxed. And forward, pointing our feet. And 3 and 2 and 1. Hug your knees to your chest and rock side to side, massaging out your back. Now from here we're going to start to bicycle pedal our legs in the air. So really reach your feet up and out, almost brushing against the floor at the end of your mat. And if you feel like you want to work harder than this, you can lift up your chest, reach your arms forward, and really engage your core a little bit more. If your head is down, you're still working your core, so you can continue. Let's pedal for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and relax. Turn your knees out, soles of your feet together. Reach your arms back on the diagonal, so one to each side of the mat. And just relax here and take a few deep breaths. Okay, let's bring the knees back to parallel. We're going to hug our right knee with both hands, and we're going to extend our left leg out, not quite on the floor, and not too high in the air either, so about halfway. And then we're going to curl our chest up towards our knee. Change legs, one knee in, one knee out, exhale, and then switch sides again, exhale. If this is straining your neck, you're going to put your head down and just continue with the legs. And the breathing is to exhale sharply each time you switch legs. Make sure you're really stretching that straight leg away from you, reaching it out as much as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring your feet down to the ground. Now we're going to cross one leg over the other. Let's all do the same leg. So right leg over left, and then drop both of your knees to the left side of the room. You can stretch your arms open wide. Take a couple of breaths. And come back to center. And then we'll cross our left leg over our right, and we'll drop both knees to the right. And you can open your arms wide, getting that nice twist in your low back. Take a couple of deep breaths. And then come back to center. Place your feet together, knees together, and your elbows on the floor with your hands up. So we're pushing our elbows and our upper arms into the ground, our palms are facing each other, legs together. We're going to rise up into a bridge, hold the bridge, and then we're going to rise up onto our tiptoes, lifting our heels. From here, we're going to open and close the knees, and then we're going to lower all the way back down to the floor. Let's go again. We're going to bridge the pelvis up. Now we're going to rise up onto our toes. Stay on your toes, open, close the knees, and then slowly roll back down and release. And again, let's go to bridge, pushing up. Come up to your toes, open, close your knees, and lower everything down to the floor. And bridge to your toes, open, close, and lower down. And bridge to your toes, open, close. I hope you feel your leg muscles working. I definitely feel mine. 3 more. Lift to your toes, open, close, lower down. Make sure you're pushing your elbows firmly into the floor. It's going to activate your triceps, the back of your arms, and your upper back muscles. Here's our last one. Bridge to your toes, open, close, and lower down. Well done. Hug your right knee to your chest. Stretch your left leg out along the floor and just hold this position. This is a release for your hip flexors and your low back, which have already worked quite a bit in this beginning part of the class. So really draw your knee towards your chest as much as you can. And then release and change sides, hugging your knee towards you. So really tight, really stretch the other leg out and away. Melting your lower back into the floor, relaxing your shoulders. Take another breath. and release. Now from here, we're going to have our legs in parallel. We're going to straighten our right leg to the ceiling with a pointed foot. And let's begin to lower this leg down and up. The knee is straight. Lower down and up. Keep your spine imprinting, pushing your whole back into the floor. And now you can either continue with the exercise like this, or I'll show you how to make it a little bit more challenging. You can interlace your hands behind your head, and as your leg comes up, your chest comes up. As the leg goes down, the chest goes down. So we're curling, and then lengthening away from the leg. And if this is too much for you, I want you to just continue working the leg and keeping the head on the floor. 3 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen. Make sure you're supporting your neck. 2, and down. 1, and down, and slide your knee in. Let's do the other side. So extending our left leg, really reach up to the ceiling, point your toe, and begin to lower the legs down and up. Think of pressing your spine and the back of your waist into the floor. Keep this leg very straight. Lower and lift. Now optional to add the chest curl if you want to. So we'll curl forward as the leg comes up, and we'll come down as the leg goes down. Exhale up, inhale down. Let's take 4 more. Really support your neck, make sure your neck isn't straining. One last time. And rest, hug both knees to your stomach. Hold it here, breathe. And then we'll keep our legs in the air. Turn your knees out, place the soles of your feet together, and go ahead and grab the feet, or if you can't reach your feet, you can hold your shins or your ankles and pull them towards you instead. Take a few deep breaths. Maybe rocking side to side. Okay, we're going to come onto our side. So let's roll over. And you're going to be up on your elbow with your knees bent. So supporting yourself on the arm, lifting your ribcage up. We're going to take both of our heels into the air. So your bottom knee is still on the ground. Don't lift this bottom knee up. Now from here, we're going to open and close the top leg in a clown position, keeping our feet elevated. And just try not to drop your ribs down towards the floor here. So think of really lifting up. And if you're finding it a little bit too intense, you can come down onto this arm and just concentrate on the leg movement. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. 5 more. Let's try to really get this knee to open towards the back of the room, really stretching the groin. And 3, and down. 2, down, 1, and down. Let's change sides, rolling over. So we're going to be up on our elbow, or if you decide that it's too much for you, you can go all the way down onto your side. We lift our heels, so keep your knees down, but heels up. And then we're going to open our top knee up and down. This is the clam. Opening up, we're working our buttock and hip. Squeezing the glute as you go. Exhale, open. Inhale, down. Keep going, you can work at your own pace. We'll do 4 more. Tummy muscles lifting, ribcage lifting. 3, and 2, and 1, and rest. Good. Come up to a seated position. And place the soles of your feet together. And we're going to relax our chest and our head forward towards our toes. Just take a few breaths here, rounding your spine. Feel the stretch in your inner thighs, in your groin, maybe in your back. And then roll up. Keep one hand on each ankle. We're going to make a circle movement with our rib cage. So this is really good for your spine, really good for your back muscles. Circling around. Enjoy the movement. Try to keep your lower part of your body very still, so your knees aren't wobbling around too much. Movement's coming from your rib cage up. Change direction, circling back the other way. And make sure you're breathing. One more time. And back to center. Now we're going to open our feet as wide as we can. We're going to place our hands on the ground. Very slowly start to tiptoe your hands forward. So you're walking forward until you feel like you're at your maximum stretch for your inner thighs, and then you're going to hold it there. Take a few breaths, maybe going a little further if things start to loosen up, or if it's very intense for you, stay with the hands closer towards you. We'll take 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And let's pull the hands back together again. Okay, good. Coming back onto the length of the mat. Now if you have a ball or a pillow, you're going to place it between your knees. And then you're going to bring your elbows down onto the floor so you're supporting yourself. And here we want to make sure we're not arching our back, but rather we're tucking the tailbone under. So we're contracting the stomach and we're lengthening the back. And now from here we're going to squeeze the ball very tight. We're going to pull our knees up to our chest. And we're going to lower our legs back to the floor and relax. Let's go again. Squeeze the ball, pull your knees to your chest. And then slowly lower your toes down to the floor. Let's keep going. Exhale, lift. And inhale, down. Make sure your back is tucked under. Lower back is tucked under. Legs up. Squeezing your ball or your pillow. You should feel your lower abdominal muscles working. Lift. And lower. Good. Make sure you hug your knees together. That helps to scoop the stomach in, stops it from pushing out. And 4. Lower down. And 3. Make sure you're breathing. And down. And 2. Knees up. And down. And 1. And down. Let's roll up. We're going to keep the ball between our knees, but take a bit more space between your feet and your buttocks. So if your legs are like this, you're going to walk your feet further out away from you. And we're going to lean backwards. So you don't have to go too far back. If you want to challenge yourself, you can go lower, but just a small lean back should be plenty of work. And then as if you're climbing up a rope, you're going to reach one hand forward at a time and then pull it back, literally like climbing up a rope. And if it feels like it's quite easy to you, you can lean back more. Or if it feels very difficult for you, sit up taller and climb. Climb, climb. Make sure you're really twisting your body. We want to get our oblique muscles working, which are our waist muscles. So turning your body, switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I feel like I'm trying to climb out of the house. Let me out. Okay, let's keep the ball or the pillow between our knees and lay down on our back. Rest your hands by your side. Relax your shoulders. Let's breathe in to prepare. Exhale, we're going to lift our pelvis slowly up, coming into a bridge position. And now we're going to hold the bridge and extend out one leg, but don't drop your pillow or your ball. Squeeze it between your knees. Bring your leg down and roll that down through your spine. Let's do this again. We're going to lift up to bridge. We'll change legs now. So you're going to extend the other leg out straight. Hold your ball or your pillow. Bring your foot down and roll down. Let's go again. Scooping the belly, lifting the spine, hold. Extend out one leg. Squeeze your ball or your pillow. Bring your foot down and roll down through your spine. And again, squeezing the buttocks, lifting up, hold. Extending your leg out, squeezing your pillow or your ball. Bring the foot down and roll down. Let's go twice more. Rolling up, bridge, hold. Extend the leg out. Return the foot down. And roll back. Last one, coming into bridge, hold. Extend your leg out. Bring it back down. And roll down. So now you'll remove your ball or your cushion and place it under your low back. If your cushion is quite flat, you might want to fold it over to give yourself a little bit of height. Make sure it's not in the arch of your back here, but rather down where the buttocks are, on the lowest point of the spine, the tailbone. And now we're going to bring our legs up to the ceiling. If you can straighten both knees, go ahead. If that's challenging for you, just bend your knees a little bit. Now we're going to take one leg down towards the ground. We're going to pause here and scissor the legs twice. 1, 2. Change direction, scissor the other way, and pulse twice. 1, 2. Let's switch again, keeping our balance. 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2, and switch. Make sure you're holding in your tummy muscles. No wobbling, especially if you're working on a ball. Inhale, center. Inhale. Keep going, and 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And relax. Bring your legs down. Take a couple of breaths, relaxing your core and your hips. And we're going to stay on the ball. Let's bring our knees back up to tabletop position. And earlier we did some toe dips, which we're going to repeat from this raised surface. So we're going to dip one toe down to the floor, tap. We're going to lift the knee back to tabletop and then change sides. Dip and lift. If you'd like to work harder, you can do double toe dips now. Both toes down and up. So you can choose single toe dips or double toe dips. Work at your own pace. We breathe out on the way down. Breathe in on the way up. Try to press the back of your ribs, back of your ribcage towards the floor. That will help you to engage your core. Let's do 3 more. Then when you're done, bring your feet to the ground, remove the ball and put it to one side. Okay, we're coming to sidelining again, so let's come onto our side. You can lie all the way down or you can prop yourself up on your elbow, your choice. I'm going to stay like this because it helps me to see you guys and it's a little bit clearer to see what I'm doing as well. Both legs straight, top hand rests on the ground. We're going to lift our top leg not very high at all, just about as high as our top hip. And we're going to swing the leg forward and a little backward. Breathe in, come forward. Breathe out, push backward. Going at your own pace. Make sure your leg is staying at the same height. Don't let it drop down. Inhale. Exhale. Strong, straight legs. And your core really has to work as well, so it's not just a leg exercise. Inhale. Exhale. Those of you who'd like a bit more challenge, I'm going to show you a small movement that you can add on here. So you're going to go forward, you're going to tap the ground and lift. You're going to go back, you're going to tap the ground and lift. This is optional. If you want to work harder, you can add this little drop of the foot down, up. Again, down, up. Let's take this 4 more times, either with or without the foot drop. Tummy muscles engaged. We're breathing. Last 2. And last 1. And relax. Okay, second side, rolling over. So you can prop yourself up on your elbow, or you can be all the way down on your side. Our legs are straight and our feet are flexed. And I like to use this top hand for balance on the floor. Let's bring our top leg up to the height of our hip. Swing the leg forward, inhale, and take it back, exhale. And we're coming forward, inhale, we're moving back, exhale. Keep your ribcage lifting, your waist muscles pulling in and up. And if you'd like to work harder, you can add the little drop of the foot down, up, to the back, down, up. Down, up. Make sure your leg is not too high. Around the height of your top hip bone is perfect. And the hardest thing if you're up on your elbow is not to slouch down like this, rather to push the elbow into the floor and really lift the rib cage up. Let's go twice more. Last time. And relax. We'll we'll make our way into child's pose. So come onto your knees together, sit back on your heels, and then reach your arms forward and bring your forehead down to the floor. Stay here and take a few deep breaths. You can send breath into your upper back, into the space between your shoulders. And we're going to walk our hands to one side of the mat. So bringing your chest over one leg and reaching your hands over to the side of the mat. And now to the other side, walking the hands around, reach over, head down. And now we're going to come back to the center and we're going to come onto our elbows. So clasp your hands together, elbows down on the ground. Scoop your tummy muscles in and up. And now we're going to raise one leg in the air and we're going to pulse it up and down. So I'm not really lowering the knee towards the floor, just keeping the leg elevated. The toe is pointing. And I really want to feel the hamstring, the back of the thigh firing up here. Push your elbows into the floor, push your hands into the floor. Keep the belly scooped. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, don't lose height, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knee down. Let's come up onto our hands and knees. And now we're going to work with the same leg again, but to the side. Side and down. Side and down. It's the same leg that you just worked. Make sure you're drawing your shoulders back away from your ears and you're lifting your tummy muscles. 5 and 4. Hold the tummy in. 3 and 2 and 1 and rest. You can go to child's pose for a rest, or you can come into downward dog and pedal out your legs. If you're in down dog, really let your neck go, let your head go. If you're in child's pose, just relax, take deep breaths. Okay, time for the second side. So we're going to come down onto our knees. We're going to come onto our elbows and clasp our hands together. And now we're going to take our left leg up to the ceiling. And we're going to pulse, pulse, pulse. You're not bringing the knee down to the floor, but keeping it lifted. You want to try and aim your foot to the highest point that you can reach. So really challenging your hamstring muscle there, the back of your thigh. 10, 9, 8, 7, feel the burn. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good, well done if you did all the reps. Come up onto your hands, shoulders draw back, the belly lifts. We're taking our knee to the side and down. To the side and down. Careful you're not leaning too much into one hand, so your weight should really be centered between both hands.
It's that cool.
5 and down. 4, down. 3, keep lifting the tummy. 2, and 1, and down. Well done. Come into child's pose or downward facing dog, your choice. And take a few breaths with whichever pose you've chosen.
It's that cool.
Okay, so now let's come up onto our hands and knees again. I'm going to show you an exercise that you can make easily, harder, or easier. So the first variation is to reach your opposite arm and leg away and up. You're going to balance there, and then you're going to come back down again to the mat. Then you'll change sides, your opposite arm and leg are going to reach away, and then you're going to come back down to the mat. This is level 1. So if this is okay for you, keep going. I'll just show you one more time. Opposite arm to leg, and down, changing sides, and down. Now for a bit more challenge, we can take this further. So opposite arm and leg reach. You'll bend your knee, reach back, grab your foot, come back to the same position, and return to the mat. Other side, opposite arm and leg reach. Bend your knee, see if you can touch the toe. Stretch, return, and down. We'll switch sides. So you can choose either of those variations. This one's a little more difficult on your balance and on your core. One more time each side. ready, come and lie down on your stomach, all the way down. Hands under your forehead, and just wiggle your hips side to side, relaxing your buttocks and thighs, relaxing your low back. And when you've done that a few times, you can then bend your knees and rock your knees side to side and your feet side to side, letting your pelvis sway. This is great for our low back. Okay, extending the legs back behind you. Place your hands next to your chest. Draw your shoulders down and away from your ears. Squeeze your buttocks and begin to lift up into a cobra. You don't have to come very high at all. You can go to your maximum position. And then relax yourself down and bring the forehead down. So again, we're going to push into our hands. Draw our shoulders down and back. We're going to lift the ribs, lift the belly. You can lift your chin to look up. And then you're going to roll down. So 3 more times at your own pace. Please don't crunch too much into your low back. So if you're feeling any kind of complaint from your low back or it doesn't feel comfortable, don't come up too high. Make sure you're breathing as well. Moving nice and slow. When we've done our last one, we're going to stay down. And now you'll reach one hand back and grab a hold of the foot, so same hand as leg. Pull your heel towards your buttock. If this is easy for you, you can take more stretch by lifting your knee away from the floor. Or if you can't quite reach your foot, you can just pull the heel as close as you can to your buttock and keep the hand on the floor. So find the right level of stretch for you. Take a couple of breaths. And release, changing sides. So same hand as foot, pull your heel towards your buttock. If you can't reach the foot, just draw your heel in as much as you can. And if you're easily getting into the stretch and you'd like more, you can lift your knee away from the floor. And release. Okay, from here, we're going to come up into a cobra position. So support yourself with your elbows. Draw your shoulders down your back, scoop your belly towards your spine, and then bend both knees. So shoulders down, elbows down, belly lifting, and your knees are bent. We've got a little bit of space between the legs, so don't have your knees completely together. What we're going to do now is just push your heels together, feel your buttocks really tightening, hold, and then relax. So you push your feet together, pull your buttocks together, hold the position, feel the buttocks engage, and then release. And again, push your heels together, squeeze your buttocks, and release. If this is uncomfortable on your back, you can do the exercise from here. Heels together, squeeze the buttocks, and release. Let's keep going. For those of you who'd like more challenge, you can lift your knees a little away from the floor. So same exercise, heels squeeze together, buttocks squeeze together. Optional to then try to lift your knees up and down. It really gets your low back and your butt working. Squeeze, maybe lift if it's not too much for you. And down. Let's go twice more. Squeeze. And release. Last time, squeeze. And release. Okay, legs straight, coming down onto your hands. We're going to lift one leg in the air, point the foot, and release. Change sides. Lift and down. It's kind of like you're walking backwards with the legs very straight and the toes pointed. And switch. And switch. 5. And switch. 4. This is all strengthening your lower back as well as your legs. 3. Switch. 2. And switch. 1. And switch. Let's push into child's pose. Buttocks to heels, forehead to the floor, arms extended, and breathe here. Okay, let's come onto all fours. I'm just going to show you this exercise from the front because I think it will be easier for you to see what I'm doing. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. And now you're going to take one hand and touch the opposite shoulder and release. One hand to opposite shoulder and release. From this front view, hopefully you can see that I'm not shifting my weight or swaying side to side. We're working really hard in the core to do that. Now, if you want to work a little bit harder than this, you can come up into a full plank. So legs up, knees up, touching the hand to the opposite side, trying not to shift your weight, which is very, very difficult. I'll show you from the side view. So full plank, one hand up, and then the other. If it's too much, you're going to stay on your knees, and this is still a lot of work for your core, so don't worry, it's not like you're taking the easy route out. Keep going, 4 more. And when you're done, bring your knees down. Okay, that definitely got my temperature up. So we'll do a few neck stretches now. Find yourself a comfortable position. You might want to sit on a chair, you can kneel like I am, or sit on your bottom. And you're going to take your head over to one side, and the opposite hand is going to reach out, and you're going to flex your wrist. So fingers up and heel of the hand down. Stay here, take a few breaths. And release. Let's do the second side. So dropping your head over, opposite hand reaches out, flex your hand, so the heel of the hand pushes down. Breathe. Should feel a stretch down your neck, down your arm. And release. Okay, now we're going to make it a little more intense. So we're going back to the first side. And now we're going to use the hand on the same side to pull the head down to give us more stretch. And we're going to repeat flexing the hand and pushing it away. You should be sitting tall. So just your head has gone over to the side, but your spine is straight. And release. Other side, taking the head over, pushing through the heel of the hand. And release. Roll your shoulders a few times. And now we're going to do a stretch where you need either the wall or a piece of furniture will be okay. So I'm going to show you from the side. We're going to take one hand, place it against the wall, just want to make sure you can see, with the fingers face backward. And then you're going to turn your body away from the hand. I'm trying to find an angle where you guys can see what I'm doing. So your hand against the wall with your fingers face back, and then you're going to turn your chest a little bit away from the hand. If you're doing it correctly, you feel a stretch through your arm or across your chest, and it can be a little bit of a nervy kind of sensation into your fingertips. Just stay there and breathe. We'll take 5 more breaths. Just make sure your fingers are pointed backward on the wall. This is really good for our posture, even though it's a little bit unpleasant, the intense stretch down the arm. Okay, let's release. We'll do the other side. Taking your hand against the wall, fingers face backward like this. Then you're going to turn your body away from your hand as much as you can. Hold it there and breathe. You can turn your head away from your hand as well for more intensity. Or less intensity, you can turn your head towards the wall. 3 more cycles of breath. And then release. Let's come back to our mats. Okay, we're going to stretch out our hip flexors, so these muscles here. Let's come to kneeling position. Maybe you want to place a pillow underneath your knees if it's more comfortable for you. You're going to step one leg forward. Doesn't matter which leg you start with. And then you're going to push your pelvis as if somebody was pressing your low back. Push your pelvis forward. Drop down as much as you can. And your hands can either rest on your front knee or on the floor. So you can choose. We're going to hold it here. Scoop your tummy muscles in and up. Zip up the pelvic floor. If you're upright like this with me, you can push your hands into your knee and try and lift your chest back, give you more stretch. Let's take 2 cycles of breath. And release. We'll do the second side. So changing legs. 1 foot forward. We're going to push our pelvis forward. You can really just imagine somebody's pressed your low back from behind. And your hands are either going to come onto your knee or down onto the floor. We're going to hold the position. If you are here with the hands on the knee, push your thigh away from you. Lift your sternum, almost like you're trying to arch your back. And breathe. 2 more cycles of breath. Okay, we're going to come to sideline again. So come and make your way onto your side. And with all the sideline, I'm going to stay up on my elbow, but you can feel free to come down onto your arm like this. We're going to keep this bottom leg straight, and we're going to bend our top knee and bring it onto the floor. And you're going to keep your foot attached to the inside of your knee. So not coming completely onto the floor, but keeping your foot attached to your knee. And now we're going to turn this leg out towards the ceiling, and we're going to bring it back down to the floor. This is like a tree pose with the foot on the inside of the leg, and we come down. This really works your waist. Lifting open, and down. Take a second to check that your bottom leg really is straight. If we're cheating, it's going to be much easier. Open, and down. Open, high as you can, and down. Maybe you want to try it down on the arm. Feels a little bit different. 4, and down. 3, make sure your shoulders are not getting tense. Keep them relaxed. 2, down. 1, and down. And now let's all come down onto our arm. Straighten our legs. Top hand on the ground for balance. We're going to work our waist muscle here. It's going to be the top side that we're working, top waist. So let's lift both legs up in the air, hold for a second, and lower back down to the floor. We're lifting both legs up in the air, hold, and bring both legs down. Some of you may find this very uncomfortable on this hip bone. If you do, just place a pillow or a blanket something underneath the hip to cushion it so it's less painful for you. Lift, hold, and down. If this is easy for you, I'm going to add on. So just keep going the same way if you like, or for more challenge, you can lift your legs up, bend and stretch, and then come down. So the harder variation, lift, bend and stretch, and come down. We should be feeling it in that top waist. Bend and stretch, down. 3 more. High as you can with the legs. 2, and down, and 1, and down. Okay, second side, rolling over. So you can be up on your elbow, or you can be down on your side. Bottom leg straight. Top leg is going to bend, with your foot still attached to the inside of the knee. Let's open out, and down. Open, and down. Careful that your pelvis isn't rocking around. You want to keep it very still, and just move the knee only. That's going to really effectively fire up the muscle in your hip. You can try it lying down if you prefer. Shoulders are relaxed, your neck is relaxed. 5, and down. 4, down. 3, really turn out as much as you can. 2, and 1, and relax. Okay, legs straight. Stay on our side now. We're going to lift both legs up in the air. We're going to hold, and we're going to relax back down. See if you can keep your legs quite high in the air, and then come down. And then for the harder variation, we're lifting, bend and stretch, and down. Lift, bend and stretch. You're going to really use this top hand for support. Push the top hand into the floor. And also make sure your legs are together. We don't want to be lifting one leg and then the other. Both legs glued together all the way through the exercise. 3 more times. Lift, bend and stretch, and down. Lift, bend and stretch, and down. Last time. Lift, bend, extend, and rest. Okay, let's make our way up to a seated position. We're going to stretch our hamstrings a couple of different ways. So first variation, we're going to sit down on our bottom. We're going to interlace our hands behind the arch of one foot, doesn't matter which leg you start with. And you're going to try to straighten this leg up as much as you can. So don't worry if it doesn't fully extend, you do what you can. And you bend your knee back towards you again. Let's repeat, reaching this leg up, extend. And then I'll show you from the side. Just leaning back a little on your hips. Extend the leg up. And down. 2 more times. You reach up. and down. You don't have to fully extend the leg, do what you can. Reach up and down. Now a little bit different, whichever leg you're working with, we're going to use the same hand to hold onto the foot. The other hand is going to come onto the knee. Now we're going to extend our leg out to the side and back in and down. Let's do it again. Reaching the leg up to the side and in and down. If you're not too flexible, you might want to maybe want to hold onto your calf and just reach the leg as much as you can. Up and down. 2 more. Reach and down. Repeat last time and switch. So we're interlacing our hands behind the back of our foot. We're going to lean a little bit back onto our tailbone. And we're going to straighten the leg ahead of us as much as we can. We're not forcing it straight, we're just doing what we can using our flexibility. Extend and bend. Two more. Reach. Down. Reach. And down. Okay, now we'll take it to the side. So same hand as foot. And the other hand will come onto your knee. You're going to reach your leg to the side. And down. To the side. And down. 2 more. Reach up. Down, reach up, and down. Now both legs, I'm joking, we're not going to do that. Okay, moving on, coming to lie down on your back. Just do a time check. Coming to lie down on your back, you'll need your strap now. So you can use a rolled up towel, a strap, whatever you have. Another hamstring stretch. We're going to take one leg into the strap, reach it to the ceiling, and the other leg is going to extend out along the floor. If this knee isn't fully straight, just do what you can. It's okay if it's slightly bent. If you can extend it, go for it. And we're going to draw a very small circle on the ceiling. So you're stirring your thigh inside your hip socket. Small circles. Keeping your neck and your low back relaxed. And let's reverse and change direction, circling back the other way around. Then we're going to take our legs side to side, so you can open to one side, back to center, and over to the other side, and back to center. Don't be too strict with your pelvis. A lot of the time I say keep your pelvis perfectly still, but you can kind of let it rock here, just massaging out your low back. Side to side. Twice more each way, going as far as you can. And change sides. So the other leg goes in the band, and we straighten out the leg on the floor. And we're going to draw little tiny circles with this straight knee. 5, and 4, and 3. Relax the back of your neck, relax your back. 2, and 1. Change direction. 5, a small circle. 4, 3. And 1. Then we're going to take our legs from side to side, opening your hips as much as you can each way. Don't be strict about keeping your pelvis still. You can let it rock, let it leave the ground even. Enjoy the stretch. More times each way. And release, putting your band to the side. Okay, let's come up. We're going to extend our legs out straight. Those of you who have weakness or any kind of injury in your low back, you're going to use either a folded pillow or a ball to place behind your back like this. If your back feels okay, you don't need to support it, you can just lean back. And now our arms are going to reach forward, and we're going to raise one leg up, pulse, pulse, and down. Change sides, lift up, pulse, pulse, and down. Lift, pulse, pulse, and down. Change sides, pulse, pulse, and down. If you're finding it hard, you can put your hands on the floor behind you, but don't completely lean all of your weight into your hands, otherwise you'll stomach doesn't work too much. If you can keep the arms ahead of you, keep going. And for those of you who are super strong and you need more challenge, take your hands overhead, it's way harder. Switch. One more each side. Last one. And down, coming up. Okay, last exercise, we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. Okay, we're going to step back with one leg, tuck your toe under, stretching out your calf muscle, and bring your knee back to the floor. Change sides, reach back, tuck your toe under, stretch out your calf muscle, and come down to the floor. This is nice and easy, nice and simple. A little bit of work for your core and your chest, a nice stretch. But if you want to take it to the next level, you're going to step back, hold, the other leg is going to step back, hold, one knee comes down, other knee comes down. And we'll step back, back, down, down. You can keep going at your own pace. Step, step, down, down. Anyone who needs more challenge, you can add in a push-up. So step, step, bend, push, and then down, down. I'm going to stick with the medium version. And just a reminder for the original, it's just one leg back and down. One leg back and down. Two more to go. Last one. Let's go to child pose, but knees wide. So open your knees as wide as the mat and relax your belly, chest and head down. You can maybe turn your head to one side. And we're going to go into relaxation. So grab whatever you need to be comfortable. Maybe you want to take a pillow behind your head or behind your knees. You can even lie on your back with your legs resting over the couch. Maybe you want to place something across your eyes to darken the room. If you have a sweatshirt or a towel. So just give you a moment to get comfortable. And when you're there, you're going to close your eyes. Take a few breaths, just allowing your body to transition from the workout to the relaxation. You're going to take your breath a little bit deeper, a little bit lower in the body, moving it into your belly. You're going to relax your shoulders away from your ears. You're going to soften your belly, soften your chest. Relax the pelvic floor, relax your hips, your pelvis, your low back. Relax your buttocks and thighs. Relax your knees, your kneecaps, lower legs. Relax your feet, toes. Relaxing the armpits, the shoulders, the upper arms. The elbows and the wrists are relaxing. Your hands, your fingers, your thumbs are relaxing. Your shoulder blades are relaxing. Your sigh on the exhale. One more time, big inhale. Big exhale out. I hope you have a great day, ladies.